Hi Capricorns, Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool reading. I hope you guys are well, Capricorn. Yes. And before we begin, if you would like your own psychic and tarot reading combination, do those. Yeah, I'm a Silva grad. They're accurate. Yeah, those are the most fun too. We do them on the phone. You could get a separate one if you would like to, psychic or tarot. But the psychic and the tarot reading combination gives you separate, kind of unique insight from each. Yeah. So let's get into this. And one more announcement, you guys. I'm doing destiny readings right now, and they are forecast for forecasting everything about your life. Yeah, it is what the stars use. So if you would like one of those, and it'll all be up on my website soon. But those are really cool, and they can show you, help you make your choices. It's based on astrology and numerology. Okay, so it can help you make your choices for next year, right? Good times to spend money, good times to move, or not, right? And the good years to come. It's just, yeah. I'm also doing love compatibility readings, so you can see if you guys are the likeliness of staying together. Yeah, and let's get into it here. We start with sacrifice, and yeah, she's not going to stay with him. And this is, this little vampire here has the arrow here and into the swan here, and now the swan still alive though. Interesting, but. She looks upset here, and there's blood, but this is renunciation, offering, and letting go. Capricorn, maybe you're letting go of somebody. It's interesting how we say offering here because it's a sacrifice. And, whenever something is sacrificed, it's for something else, right? You don't make a sacrifice in vain. You don't like go work your tail off, right? And, I'll use this analogy. You get a degree and, work crazy jobs and, for something you don't want, right? Something you don't want a lot. So there's a sacrifice here for something that somebody really wants here. And uh, yeah, there is. Something's being let go in order to have something else. Yeah, we have the bat. You have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. Yeah. He said, I don't want to be a bat in my next life. I want to be a bluebird. Forget this, right? Who gave me this fate, right? He has a funny face. But hey, bats are all about rebirth, right? And that's what somebody's doing. We have the turtle and the coriander, and coriander is cilantro, right? It is interesting here. They're showing the that looks like cilantro right here. It sure does, and hmm and so this is about satisfaction. So somebody here has like a limitless future ahead of them that is very satisfying. Something else was not satisfying. That's the whole reason of the sacrifice. And the stars here, and she is meditating here. We can only show her back. She's very beautiful. And this is, looking forward to something uh, with a lot of hope and inspiration. And somebody could have went through an awakening here because this is a super spiritual card. I feel like they did, and they are transcending failure into a limitless future. Yeah, kind of like, God, I can't think of the word now. Purification is one, and there's another word. We have the bees here, and this is the togetherness. So here they are, Capricorn, unless you got stung by a bee, right? And you're going to say, well, be quiet, Power and Light. And so the bees are here, and, they're having a good time. These are the honey bees, and, yeah, don't spray weed killer. Please don't do that because it's killing the bees, and we need them for our ecosystem. Yeah, but getting back to this, you guys, the bees are here, and this is togetherness, and somebody wants togetherness with you. This could be busy work sometimes, and somebody may be busy here, moving into their limitless future. They could be. The rebellion card is here, and she ran away from her marriage, and she was kind of a humanitarian. No, not kind of. She was a kind woman who adopted somebody, I think, with Down syndrome, but a very kind woman who was being very much oppressed in her marriage in where she lived from in her country, and she left, and She's definitely, this is rebellion, and that's what somebody's doing. Somebody's leaving something that where they felt stuck. Yeah, where they felt like it was either failing, or they felt maybe that it was failing and they felt kind of oppressed. I don't think it's kind of, though. I think it's a lot because of Farouk, right? And here's the eye. This is seeking answers. It clearly is. And these answers have been found. I feel like they definitely have with all these cards of transcendence and exactly, right? So let's see who we have, Capricorn. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see. And those destiny readings those are predictive readings of kind of like when you do a predictive, very much how you would do a predictive reading for somebody or forecast for the year or, even a month or whatever. But these are for years. But with astrology, right? And we see the astrologers doing that. But this is super accurate, this destiny reading. So let's get into it, you guys. Yeah. Me and my friend were both like, whoa, right? Yeah. And she's a very intuitive Sag. Let's see what we have, Capricorn. We're using the Wildwood deck because I know you guys are from the Wild Wild West. Come on. Let's see what we got here. See what we got. And we have the links. Okay, this is the page of page of Pentacles here. Let's see what else we have. The Forest Lovers. Capricorn, yeah, and they're in the forest. They're getting married here. They're doing this ritual, and they both have their hands on their heart, and here they are, kind of ribboned to this tree here. So see what else we have here. Yeah, this is beautiful. The Forest Lovers, the Ace of Arrows, the breath of life shows up in the root. So somebody wants a new beginning with you after they, yeah. And they just, yeah. And we have the Eight of Stones. And this is the Eight of Pentacles. This is skill. And we usually see the man, right, working so, kind of fervently at his career. He's usually a goldsmith, right? Or he's making, I guess he's a goldsmith, but maybe not. But he's making the pentacles, right? And he loves his job. And this is in the past. Somebody knew here that they loved either being with you, or they felt like this was natural. This is his natural skill here. Like you guys are a natural couple. And this talks about somebody understanding here that this is where they want to be. Yeah. And we have the Great Bear, and this is a judgment. Yes, it is. And interesting. Let's see what else we have, Capricorn. And in the near future is, this is showing up the Seven of Arrows, and this woman has all these arrows in here. Let's put the cards out here and see what else we have. The Heron. Okay, so this is a deep reading with a lot of cards here that are, yeah, this is a deep deck too. Let's see what else we have. In your environment is the Nine of Pentacles. In this deck, it's tradition. Somebody wants to marry you, or like, because he is holding this ring here. This is what the horned god has. It's for power, basically. Yeah, this is tradition, the nine in this deck. And he's holding the snake, like for a new beginning, right? Yeah, he's meditating. And the horned god is somebody who basically takes control of their life, every aspect, right? Here's the balance card, and it is temperance, and the two snakes are on the tree together, and they're both going, you're the one, right? Yeah, I'm glad I found you. So this is temperance, and these two snakes are, they're married in, I don't know, in the Empress's eyes, right? Out in the forest. And ecstasy is showing up in your outcome, right? And she's dancing, right, with, this thrill and this ecstasy. Yeah, really interesting reading already. So you have judgment, Capricorn, and that is showing up here. Let's look at Judgment, the Great Bear. We're looking at it because we know what it is. Yes, we do. But in this deck, it is, definitely something to be looked at. Yeah, and the Great Bear is renewal. Like judgment can be forgiveness, right? It can be rebirth. Yeah, renewal, universal mind, inescapable truth, the even hand, cosmic law, reincarnation, the sleep of the just. Interesting there. Karma, nothing is forgotten. The cage of guilt. Maybe somebody feels guilty here. They could. But they're not going to think about it that long here. No, they're not. Maybe you or your person, because this reading's a general reading, but it could be their energy, right? Definitely could be. You guys have watched readings before, right? Where you go, that's not me, it's them, exactly like that, right? Or vice versa. And so we also have reaping what has been sown, the divinity of forgiving. Interesting how they call the divinity forgiving, because forgiveness does live in the divine, or vibrates in the divine. It does. Let's see what else we have here. The only thing in life that is assured is that if you wait long enough, it will change. True. How you survive that change and who you are after it is, and who you are after it is up to you. The major element in this process is judgment of yourself and others. This may relate to an assessment regarding a personal matter or situation, and could be linked to forgiving. Now, whoever's coming forward, or whoever is evoking a new beginning here, maybe they need forgiveness, because we have judgment here, and we also have where else is it? I thought it was here twice. Well, maybe not, but somebody here is I just feel like there's some type of forgiveness in this reading, and I feel like somebody is really looking toward their future, but they might want somebody to forgive them. Maybe your person wants you to forgive them, Capricorn. They could. We do see rebirth here. We see the Ace of Arrows. This is the breath of life, and we see a choice sits right here. So here, the overall energy is the Lynx. Here he is, and he's beautiful. Let's have a look at the Lynx. He's the Page of Stones in this deck. Here he is. And study and scholarship. So whoever has this card here has really thought about this for a long time, right? Yeah, study and scholarship. Apprenticeship. Starting out, carefulness, reflection, meditation, observing others. Yeah. And this card, departing midwinter. This is somebody who's making a departure. Maybe it's going to be in midwinter, but there's a departure here. There's a transcendence and a sacrifice. And I feel like it's kind of all in the reverse order that I just said here. Yeah, and there's a rebellion here. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be unhappy. So there is a rebellion. Let's straighten this camera out. Yeah, like Kenny Lattimore says. And so the Page of Stones is pay attention to the physical realm and be aware of the effects generated by everything you do. Somebody may be doing this. This is like pay attention to what you're doing, right? So you don't kind of screw things up. Or it talks about but you know, that is kind of the duality of this card, because this is study. So somebody here has really studied here, because they wouldn't be all these, you know, all these great cards. Okay. This talks about careful consideration, right? As a person, someone with common sense and dedication. We saw the Eight of Stones here, and this is dedication. Where's that Eight of Stones? Right here. And so let's see what else we have. Someone with common sense and dedication who enjoys learning skills that improve efficiency in their life or that lead to prosperity and comfort. As a friend, she values the authentic aspects of your character. You may be friends with this person. As a prospect or an aspect, learning the ropes as a beginner. Yes, somebody's learning the ropes about life with this bat. This is, you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. Somebody's transcending here, and it definitely wasn't overnight, but they're starting all over in their life. Yeah, and this Lynx can be starting all over, as we have just heard, right? Let's see what else we have here. Keeping things down to earth or actual rather than virtual. Awesome. Maybe this could be like, hey, maybe you had a virtual relationship with somebody here. Virtual. I don't know what they call it virtual. Is there any virtue in it? I'm not sure why they did that, but hey, you know, there's different meanings too. Kind of sometimes the same root, but you know, they change. They do change words. They do. setting practical goals, being busy as an event or a happening, mocking concepts of authority. Okay, there we go. We have rebellion right here. Somebody's sacrificing something there. They're like, I got to let this go. And there's a rebellion with it. I don't want to live this way. Because somebody wants to be very happy here. And that is clear in this reading, in their life. Yeah. And so now we have your mindset is rebirth here. Could be forgiveness, but there's rebirth here. This is what's on your mind, a renewal. And we have insecurity here for somebody in this reading, you or your person. And, you know, this looks like a big deal. So that could definitely be the case. And that is the Seven of Swords in this reading. Excuse me. Yeah, it is the Seven of Swords. And let's have a look at that real brief and see what they have to say about the Seven of Swords. Okay, and here it is. And it sits in the near future, but doesn't necessarily. Ungrounded fears and confusion lead to instability and panic. Okay, so somebody's insecure and they're making more problems here by doing that. Don't do that. Yeah, you can't be afraid of something that you don't even know if it's going to happen. I mean, you can, but it's definitely not going to manifest anything good into your life. No. Self-torture through guilt or delusion. Somebody could feel guilty in this reading, though. Yeah. And some of our greatest fears and self-destructive drives are born of emotional insecurity. Yeah, of course, right? We've all had it at one time or another. Yeah, that's not a new concept. No, it's not. Let's see what else we have here. But they're usually related to trapped emotions. Yeah, they are. That need to be let go, and then that can all go away. We have the Green Man. The Green Man is the Emperor in this reading. Yeah. And so, you know, this is somebody who I feel like he just feels guilty here about something. About coming forward and choosing a lover here. They're choosing somebody in this reading, and somebody else is. There's a sacrifice here. Somebody feels a little guilty here. I feel like that's what that is. Okay. Maybe about somebody who's insecure here. Right? Right. And the King of Cups is here. He's a heron. Yeah. And, you know, my friend in high school, we used to have a teacher, an English teacher named Mr. Heron. And she would call him Mr. Heroin. And, you know, she was picking on him, right? And she would say, she would swear in class and she'd go, shit. And then the teacher would go, Miss So-and-so, I told you not to, I asked you not to swear. And she goes, I said ship. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, it's funny, but awful. Let's see what else we have. We have the Ten of Wands here, and this is your concern, Capricorn. Your concern is the King of Cups and this responsibility. So this King of Cups is about making decisions in love, and now we have your concern here is some type of burden here. Because this man's burdened with these wands, and he's going to walk up this big kind of place to get somewhere. So, you know, with all these wands. And so, you know, the point here is that you're concerned that either your person is burdened, but there is a burden that's being left behind. And that could also be your concern here, right? Like, I want this to be left behind, or I want to sacrifice this myself. Yeah. And the King of Vessels here, who is this heron. And this is, as a person, this may be a way shower or mentor whose tolerance gives him a peaceful demeanor. A way shower is kind of a leader. Very often he is the catalyst that helps groups to gel. Yeah, you want this to gel. We know that. His consideration for others derives from an innate compassion. Yeah, it's possible. You know, this King of Vessels here, or the King of Cups, is typically somebody who is very compassionate. This can be keeping a broad-minded perspective, offering support. Yeah, there is support here. I feel like you are concerned about this person. There's too much on their shoulders, Capricorn. Maybe it's you, but, you know, either or, right? And, yeah, This is all about, like, supporting. Who is depending upon your support? Yeah, okay. In your environment is this tradition card. And he's meditating here. And this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is like trying to make your wish come true. That's what's going on here. And you may be meditating this. They could be. Somebody could be calling out affirmations in this reading, right? Yeah, and definitely. And she's exactly right. And visualizations and affirmations. And we have the balance card. It shows up in the hopes and desires. And this is, these two snakes are together. And they said, "You're the prettiest snake." And then she says, you're the most buffed. You're the most buffed one, or whatever she says, right? And or you're the best, or something like that. But that's what they're doing. And in the outcome is ecstasy. And this is in your outcome, Capricorn, which is a beautiful outcome in this reading. This is a very deep reading. I feel like it is. Your person's cards, Capricorn, for the extended, and they're all super affordable. That link is below, is the Book of Shadows, and this is experience. Now, interesting here because I feel like your person had to do some shadow work on themselves, which is, a long, it can be long, right? It can be a description about it because it talks about many things. But the one thing it does talk about is the Book of Shadows, or learning about your shadow self and working on that is higher consciousness and a higher vibration, and knowing who you are and stepping into your power. And that's what this person has done with experience. Yeah. And crossing them is here is the heart home, and this is compassion. And this person, we've already seen the compassion here. This person has grown. They have evolved with this experience card, and they want a home with you, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. The mushrooms card, and this could happen overnight. Sometimes this is overnight growth, Capricorn. And I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Yeah, this person is all about the details. So whoever this is, if somebody comes forward in your life, and maybe I feel like you know about this person, but in case you don't, for some out there, know that this person has compassion. Yeah. And I feel like they definitely have thought about this a lot, because the Page of Stones can be like that. This mushrooms card is definitely thinking about, and here's the eye seeking answers. So we're going to end this, and we're going to go to your person's extended. They're all super affordable. Thanks so much for joining me here. If you guys want to book a destiny reading, so very cool, you just send me an email until I have my website up. All right, the email's below. Yeah, it is. And the link for the extended is also below. Thank you so much for joining me here. And that destiny reading is very complete and very, it'll knock you off your feet. Yeah, I feel like it will. Thank you so much, you guys.